Okay, Councillor.
I move to reconvene.
Thank you. All in favor? Thank you. All right. So under 8, you have financial report. These are for your information. And under 11, we have correspondence. Workers' Compensation Board under 11A. So that comes up quite regularly every year. Essentially, is good to know, but as always, unless we do something particular, it's really not useful to have a specific date for it.
It does kind of strike home a little closer this year because we did lose this person
We
in
lost
an
a
industrial
resident
accident, so,
as a result.
in our town.
So, what would you like to do?
No, they're not looking for declaration of a day.
No, we're just,
They're just looking to promote the day.
And the
Yeah.
promotion of the day we can put through our display on the front of the town. We
Yep.
could let people know.
I think it's
Work
important.
safely, be safe at work.
Well, and in memory of those that we have lost.
Yes,
I think it's a beautiful thing. I lost my brother at work. He died at work a lot.
Right.
So I think it's
okay,
beautiful.
so we'll do something like that. You don't need a recommendation for
We'll
that.
take care.
11B, Alberta Union of Provincial Employee. Well, there's a request support of an initiative, up to you to decide. I don't know what you want to do with it.
Can I just ask a question here?
Go ahead.
Jeff, I'm assuming that our pay structure is it's equitable in terms of...
Gender.
yeah, in
So,
terms of gender.
about, oh boy, I keep thinking I've only been here a couple of years. I say that a lot, but
10 years,
it's
my
been
friend.
10 years. About 6 years ago, we adjusted grids for this very purpose. So we had stereotypical positions, male or female, that there was a gap, and the scales were adjusted. They're by and large on parity throughout departments, with some exceptions for electricians, of course, or where there's a specific discipline. But yeah, I feel we've addressed this quite well in our grids.
So-
really don't need...
No need to do anything. All right, 11C, Farm Safety Center, it's a letter of thanks. As you remember, we did a donation
Is it the
for the education program through the school.
$200?
And 11D is Alberta Municipal Affairs Introduction to a Program. And that is an interesting program. I was talking with Jeff and saying, in the past we had, AUMA had a kit to try to measure the sustainability of a town. And it had many different indicators. And looking at that, I'm thinking, okay, it's very similar. And I want to make sure that policies that they have asked municipality to put in place are in place. For example, the public engagement policy, etc. So, I think it's a good thing. 11E. So, by the way, Jeff, you were telling me that there would be in our town within 4 years, right? Is that what we understand?
Yeah, so this is a municipal review by minister order, but because there's so many communities under 5,000, they're doing it over a 4-year span. We have no indication if it's this year or in 4 years. I don't know yet. I welcome it. I think it'll be a great exercise.
I think it's a wonderful exercise. And if you ever have a chance to look at, what was the name of that kit, Jeff? I call it sustainability.
Sustainability, that's what I call it too.
I think that's what it was.
Viability.
If you want to look at it under the AUMA website, it's interesting. You will see all the indicators are good. 11E is to let us know that we received a grant.
Now, this is in addition to what our MSI was?
So, can I speak
Yeah.
that? Yes and no.
It's a
So,
different way
I
of
think I
funding.
mentioned this before. Municipal Affairs got everybody excited by saying we're passing another, $800 million for MSI.
Well,
And then the punchline came, by the way, we're reducing your MSI the next 2 years by that same amount. So you're gonna net out the same, you're just getting more of it up front. And this, in my opinion, I don't wanna get political, but what this does is it increases their fiscal deficit for this year so that it looks much better in the next 2 years.
Election.
So they're forwarding more money now, because when you're already 10 point something in the hole, what's another 800 million? So they throw it in now, so they're forwarding us money that we will not get the next 2 years, so they can show a reduction in those expenses in the next 2 fiscal years. So we will simply reserve it, and unless council directs otherwise, our intent is to reserve it and use what we would normally get as our portion annually for the next 2 years.
We sent a letter of thanks saying we appreciate your political gamesmanship.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Is that a recommendation?
all right.
So there you go.
There are no items in camera, therefore we can adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. All in favor? Thank you very much. It has been an amazingly short council. I'm actually very surprised.
7:08.
So little